Guys, Hollywood just got a whole lot messier. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, two stars you'd never expect to be at war, are locked in a legal battle so intense it's exposing secrets, leaked messages, and jaw-dropping allegations. And trust me, you won't believe the texts that have surfaced. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. What started as a seemingly friendly collaboration on the film It Ends With Us has turned into a full-blown courtroom drama. Blake is accusing Justin of sexual harassment and running a smear campaign against her. Justin, he's firing back, saying it's all lies, a desperate move to protect her reputation. And now, thanks to leaked messages, we're getting an inside look at the chaos. From texts about Game of Thrones and Taylor Swift to a voice note apology that may or may not mean anything, this story is packed with drama, and we're breaking it all down. Let's get into it.
We gather storms, never knowing what they'll.
Before all this legal drama, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni seemed to have a solid working relationship. When It Ends With Us was first announced, both stars spoke highly of each other. Blake, known for being picky about her roles, seemed excited about the project, while Justin, both directing and starring, gushed about how perfect she was for the role. On set, things looked professional, at least from the outside. Interviews showed them laughing, and behind-the-scenes clips made it seem like a dream team. But was it all just good PR? Some now believe that the tension was brewing from the start, hidden behind forced smiles. Could there have been issues early on that were swept under the rug? Now, looking back, people are analyzing every interaction, wondering, was there always something off and we just didn't see it? Now, everything is in ruins, and their once-friendly partnership has turned into a war.
I need coffee. I got 4 kids. Expect me to make a key lime pie at 1 in the afternoon in a gown without a secret coffee hidden here? You guys are nuts.
In December 2024, Blake Lively dropped a bombshell lawsuit against Justin Baldoni, claiming that he made her uncomfortable on set, dismissed her concerns, and later tried to ruin her reputation when she spoke up. She wasn't just calling him out, she was taking him to court.
I think that they are absolutely entitled to that opinion, and it makes perfect sense as to why they would feel that way. I mean, look, we live in a culture where, unfortunately, too many things are glorified. And, we are fighting for attention. We're in an attention economy, and we're in a clickbait world, and everybody is trying to, figure out how to gather attention. Look at the news cycle, it's everywhere around us. And so it makes perfect sense that people would feel that way. Also, if anybody has had that real life experience, I can imagine how hard it would be to imagine their experience being in a romance novel.
Justin, on the other hand, said this was nothing but a strategic move. He countered with his own lawsuit, accusing Blake of defamation. According to him, she was twisting the narrative to save face. But as the accusations flew back and forth, something even more shocking happened. Private texts and voice messages between the two were leaked, and that's when things got really wild. Let's start with the most bizarre one. In a text to Justin, Blake compared herself to Game of Thrones' Daenerys Targaryen, aka Khaleesi. She wrote, "If you ever get around to watching Game of Thrones, you'll appreciate that I'm Khaleesi, and like her, I happen to have a few dragons. For better or for worse, but usually for better." Now, what does this even mean? Some people think she was joking, but others believe it was a subtle warning, maybe even a flex about having powerful connections. And then there's the Taylor Swift part. Some sources say Blake mentioned Taylor in a different text, but the context is still unclear. Could it be a hint that she has Hollywood's biggest pop star on her side? Next, we have the text that proves there was tension on set. Justin sent Blake a message about a rewrite for the film's rooftop scene, saying, "Also was working on rooftop scene today. I really love what you did. It really helped a lot. Makes it so much more fun and interesting. And I would have felt that way without Ryan and Taylor. That little winky face, yeah, that's not helping." Some people think he was being playful, others say he was mocking her. Either way, it shows that something was brewing behind the scenes. Blake responded, making it clear that she only wanted what was best for the project. "I have no motives except for you to win. As a director, as an actor, as a studio, as a writer. If you win, I win." This sounds professional, but could it also be a subtle way of defending herself? Like she was trying to make sure no one could say she was sabotaging the film? Things got even more suspicious when messages about an intimacy coordinator surfaced. Justin texted Blake saying, "Just hired intimacy coordinator who I love. Will you set up to meet/FaceTime with her next week for intro? Thumbs up." Blake's response, "I feel good. I can meet her when we start, smiley face. Thank you though." Some are wondering if Blake was feeling unsafe on set, why was she okay with delaying the meeting? Others think this shows that she didn't want to make a big deal out of things at first, but maybe that changed as filming went on. Then there's the message that proves things were already falling apart before the lawsuits even started. Justin texted Blake, "Long story, but we won't be in the same room. I was asked to not even come to the premiere. I can figure it out." Wait. What? He was asked not to come to the premiere? Who made that call? The studio? Blake? Someone else? The fact that he was being shut out of the movie he directed? Yeah, that's huge. And finally, we have the message that seems innocent on the surface but has fans raising eyebrows. Blake texted Justin, "I'm just pumping in my trailer if you want to work out our lines." Justin replied, "Copy. Eating with crew and we'll head that way." Now, some people say this was a normal exchange. Blake, a working mom, was handling her business and offering to rehearse, but others think this text is being used to show that their relationship was friendly and professional, contradicting Blake's claims.
Hey, Blake. It is 2 in the morning. Hopefully this does not wake you up. Wow, there's so much I want to say to you, and I hope that we can FaceTime or see each other in person soon and get to talk more. But I'm just gonna send you a few thoughts, and hopefully it's not gonna be more than a few minutes. But I don't have the best track record. I don't think either one of us have the best track record for our voice memos. I want to start with an apology. Reading the second part of your message, my heart sank, and I'm really sorry. I for sure fell short, and you worked really hard on that, and the way you framed it and how that made you feel. I just want to say thank you for sharing that with me. That takes a lot of trust and vulnerability, and I feel really grateful that you feel safe enough to tell me that that's how you feel and share that with me. And I'm really sorry. I f***ed up. That is a fail on my part. One thing you should know about me is I will admit and apologize when I fail. I am far from perfect. I'm a very flawed man, as my wife will attest.
If the texts weren't enough, a voice note from Justin to Blake was leaked too. In the recording, Justin sounds emotional as he apologizes for how she felt during their disagreements about the movie. Some say this is proof that Justin did make mistakes on set, and this is his way of admitting it. But others argue it's just a generic apology, not an admission of guilt. Either way, it's now being used in the lawsuit, and both sides are spinning it in their favor. When Hollywood drama explodes, PR teams step in like battlefield generals, and right now, both Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's teams are fighting to control the narrative. Blake's team is working overtime, making sure her side of the story dominates the headlines. Carefully crafted statements, strategic interviews, and probably a few backroom chats with powerful allies. Meanwhile, Justin's team is playing defense, pushing the idea that he's the real victim here. His lawyers even hit back with a massive $250 million lawsuit against the New York Times, claiming they're favoring Blake's version of events. Oh, and let's not forget the conveniently leaked behind-the-scenes footage meant to clear his name. It's a full-blown PR war, and one wrong move could send everything crashing down. The question is, who will come out on top? This lawsuit isn't just about winning, it's about surviving. Blake is accusing Justin of sexual harassment, and if she has solid proof, he could be looking at serious consequences, not just in Hollywood, but legally. If she wins, Justin's career could be toast, and he might have to pay a hefty settlement. But if Justin's defamation claim sticks, Blake could end up in serious trouble herself. Defamation cases are hard to win, but if he proves she intentionally lied to destroy him, she could owe him millions. And worse, her reputation could take a huge hit. Then there's the third possibility. They settle quietly. No trial, no more leaked messages, just a behind-the-scenes deal. But would that mean justice, or just Hollywood covering its tracks like it always does? The trial is set for March of 2026, and until then, anything could happen. Hollywood is brutal. A lawsuit like this isn't just personal, it's professional suicide for one of them. Blake is a beloved actress with a nearly spotless reputation. If her claims hold up, Justin's directing career could be over before it even fully takes off. Who's gonna want to work with a director accused of harassment? Studios are already terrified of bad press.
Just tell me what it was like also collaborating with Blake. Oh, she's a creative force. She's a genius. She was involved in every aspect of this production, and everything she touched, she made better.
But if Justin proves this is all fabricated, that's a different story. Blake could take a massive hit, losing credibility in an industry where trust is everything. A single accusation can destroy careers, and if this lawsuit is exposed as a strategic move, she might not recover. Hollywood may love drama, but it also loves distancing itself from controversy. When this is all over, at least one of them is going to be left picking up the pieces. Right now, both Blake and Justin are gearing up for the courtroom showdown of the year. The trial is set for March of 2026, and if these texts are just the beginning of what's out there, we might see even more shocking revelations in the coming months. Hollywood scandals always have twists and turns, and this one is far from over. Will Blake prove her case and take Justin down, or will Justin expose this lawsuit as a calculated move to destroy his career? One thing's for sure, when two stars collide like this, no one comes out unscathed. So what do you think? Are these texts proof that Justin was in the wrong, or is this just another messy Hollywood feud blown out of proportion? And what's up with that Khaleesi message? Was it a power move, a warning, or just a weird flex? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this story is still unfolding, and trust me, you'll want to keep an eye on what happens next. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss out on any updates. The drama is far from over.